At 2:17 a.m., the alarm wasn't supposed to go off, but Jake was already awake, staring at the ceiling, his mind racing with thoughts he had been avoiding for years, wondering how his life slowly drifted into something he never planned. He was 29, living in a small apartment just outside the city, working a 9-to-5 job that paid the bills but drained his soul, and every single day felt exactly the same. Wake up tired, scroll through his phone, rush to work, sit in traffic, answer emails, come home exhausted, and repeat it all over again. Somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, he stopped recognizing himself. He used to have dreams, real ones, big ones, about starting his own business, traveling across the country, building something meaningful, something that made him feel alive, but life happened the way it always does. Bills showed up, responsibilities grew heavier, expectations closed in, and fear quietly took control, convincing him to play it safe, to stay comfortable, to wait for the right time that never came. But that night felt different. The silence was louder than usual, no distractions, no noise, just him and his thoughts, and for the first time in a long time, he couldn't run from them. And then it hit him, a simple thought that changed everything. If nothing changes, nothing changes. It echoed in his mind over and over, refusing to leave. The next morning, something unusual happened. Jake didn't hit snooze. There was no sudden burst of motivation, no perfect plan, no life-changing moment, just a quiet decision. He got up. That was it. And that small decision became the start of something bigger. He began waking up 1 hour earlier every day, using that time to learn, to grow, to work on an idea he had buried for years, watching videos, building skills, taking small steps forward after his long workdays. It wasn't exciting, it wasn't glamorous, and most days it felt like nothing was happening at all. But deep down, something had changed. He was no longer standing still. There were days he wanted to quit, days when nothing worked, when doubt was louder than belief, when progress felt invisible and pointless. But he kept going, not because it was easy, but because for the first time in years, he felt something. He thought he had lost hope. Weeks turned into months, and slowly, almost quietly, things started to shift. His idea began to take shape. Small wins started stacking up. Confidence replaced hesitation, and what once felt impossible started to feel real. And then one day, the thing he once called a side project became his main path. Not overnight, not magically, but through consistency, patience, and the courage to keep showing up. Jake didn't suddenly become perfect.